Good morning, my lovely Taurus peeps. Please do not be mad at me for being so late. I know we are already a week into Leo season. These last 2 weeks have been a little weird and distracting in my world. But better late than never, right? So here is our Taurus tarot readings for Leo season. So here we go. What can Taurus expect for Leo season as a whole? Taurus and Leo are kind of in conflict with each other. Okay, so let me just go ahead and say that they're signs that don't particularly get along. And here we go. 7 of Wands for Leo season as a whole. So having that guard up, protecting your peace. 7 of Wands is generally seen as like you've already made some kind of accomplishment, and now you have to protect that accomplishment from those who wish to take it from you. So really kind of make sure you've got that guard up and you're really protecting your peace and you're keeping yourself safe, okay? Something unexpected for Taurus during Leo season. The moon, things might be very confusing. Your emotions could be a bit all over the place. Again, so we do have that feisty full moon that is on the 19th. The days leading up to it are a bit spicy as well. That full moon is including Uranus, which is in the sign of Taurus. It's shaking things up. Things are kind of all over the place for Taurus right now. So really just do your best to work on keeping your emotions grounded and staying in like a centered place and just keeping that guard up. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, because things could be quite shocking, especially when we get near that full moon, okay? How to stay grounded for Taurus. How can Taurus stay grounded during Leo season? That's so funny. This is the second time I've gotten this. That 9 of Pentacles. Make sure that you are focusing on what you already have. You have some stability in your life. You've made a lot of progress. Don't allow what is going on around you to let you lose focus of where you are and the progress that you've made in life, okay? That is going to be the best way, I think, for all of us. And like I said, this is only my second one, and that's the second time I've gotten it for that particular position. It's kind of the theme of the times right now is don't allow ourselves to get distracted from the progress that we have made, okay? An important emotion for Taurus during Leo season. Oh, that's a whole bunch, and I don't want to do a whole bunch, but I'm not taking those. Like just one card, please. There we go. Well, we got 2. An important emotion. 2 of Cups and 8 of Swords. So this is really kind of, there's friendship in the air, but maybe you're not trusting it, right? There's relationships, there's people reaching out, but it seems like maybe there's a sense of, this confusion right here, and this something unexpected, this emotional confusion that kind of keeps you stuck in your head and you're just running things around in circles. Really, it's almost like you're not trusting it. And quite honestly, looking at these other cards here, maybe you shouldn't be trusting it. Definitely be listening to your intuition on that. Listen to your inner voice when it comes to any kind of friendships or relationships that are trying to reach out to you during this time, and make sure that you're not allowing the emotional shakiness lull you into making a decision that is going to basically allow someone into a circle that doesn't belong in your circle, okay? Something that will inspire. What is something that will inspire? Something that will inspire Taurus during Leo season. I like how it wants to throw all the cards at me at once and then nothing at all. Oh, there we go. 6 of Wands. So there's something in here, and it could be this whole like standing up for yourself, trusting that intuition, listening to the kind of emotional shakiness that you have going on. It's almost like because she is looking up at these two here, it's almost like you shut something down and immediately find out that you were right in doing so, right? So really definitely listening to that intuition, listening to that inner voice about those around you, and it's almost immediately being shown that you were right, really helps you gain this confidence and this sense of victory that you really are learning how to trust yourself better. And because if it's one thing that Taurus loves to do, it is never change and continuously holding on to the same people even when we know we're not supposed to, and things like that. So, and I know I'm a Cancer moon, we do the same thing, okay? But we're learning new boundaries. We are learning how to shut it down when it needs to be shut down, and not let those people back in, and not, you know, go back to those same situations just because they're a comfort zone. Okay, so really that's going to bring a lot of inspiration for you and help you keep moving forward and help you feel much more victorious in the progress that you've made so far. Spirit guides speaking. How are the spirit guides speaking to Taurus with the lovers? Wow. Kind of like, you know, Saturn's retrograde, right? Saturn's retrograde in Pisces. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. Both of those, Pisces makes a very, very good aspect to Taurus. And when we learn our lesson and we learn our boundaries, our emotional boundaries, which is what Saturn and Pisces wants us to learn, and we stick to those, oftentimes we can be rewarded as well, because Saturn isn't just bad karma, it's good karma too. You get those karmic rewards through that. And there's like this potential of, you know, standing those grounds, standing those boundaries and keeping them good and strong and trusting them almost brings you in something new, right? Someone new, conversation-wise, partnership-wise, whether that's romantic, platonic, friendships. It brings in something much newer, much more meant for you as well. So really make sure that you are maintaining those emotional boundaries and trusting the intuition that of who's supposed to be around you and who's not supposed to be around you. How to best support yourself. Helping Taurus. Oh, this is so weird how this keeps popping out in a lot of readings lately. Four of Cups. This is very much telling me that sometimes we do need to allow ourselves to be distracted. Sometimes we do need to feel the pain, feel the loss, feel the hurt that we've come across. You know, Four of Cups is all about, you know, mourning something from the past to the point of missing something that's right in front of you. But quite honestly, sometimes we need to do that, right? You can't heal from something just by saying, yeah, that sucked, that's life, and sticking it in a corner somewhere. You have to actually get through it. You have to work through it. And during the time that you're working through it, you've got to ignore other offers, because if you're not through it, then you're not ready to take that new offer, right? So really make sure that any kind of loss that you're feeling, you are actually dealing with it and not allowing new offers to come in before you're ready for them, before you've actually made it through whatever it is that's been hurting you, okay? On the bottom, what is influencing all of this? The Magician. All that work that you've been putting in is going to be paying off. All the work that you are doing now is going to be paying off. It's almost like Taurus has kind of had to start new over the last few months. We just had a Taurus new moon in, let's see, it would have been May. Beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May. So there's the work that you've been putting in. Taurus is also that sign that is very slow moving, right? So whatever you plant, it takes a long time for it to grow. So what is getting us to this point is the work that you've put in, the things that you've created. They're starting to grow, And now you're going to have to kind of defend some of it. You're going to have to deal with the emotions that come up with having to let things go and listening to that intuition and actually dealing with whatever loss that you had to face during this time. Okay. Clarifiers on our Seven of Wands, please. We have the Hierophant. That is definitely like setting your ground and saying this is the way I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, you can suck off, basically. And Death. And one more, please. That's a lot of majors here. And the Moon. Okay. Definitely. And then the Devil on the bottom. Okay, so clarifiers for this Seven of Wands. Why do we have this guard up? Why are we protecting our peace? And it is because we listened to our guides. We decided how we were going to do things. We set our foundations. We set our boundaries. And we said, this is the way it's going to be, right? And we made the transformation, the changes. We ended what we needed to end. Even though we may not have really been able to see the path clearly, we stuck to our intuition. We stuck to our guides, right? And we're moving forward with that. And now that we're there, there's other people potentially from, an underlying point of view. This Devil energy is about other people trying to pull the strings, right? So you took control. You took control away from other people and put it in your own hands. You decided exactly what was right for you and you went for it. And now you've got to defend it because other people don't like it when you do things your way. They just don't, okay? And especially if it starts going well. They really don't like it if it starts going well, okay? So just make sure you've got that guard up and you're sticking to what your intuition is telling you you're supposed to be sticking to. Okay, a couple of oracle cards. What is influencing you during this time? We have extremes and their advice is power. Okay, so influences are extremes. You're in that stinking Uranus that won't get out of Taurus. Kind of has things all over the place, right? And because this full moon is going to be in a square to that Uranus, it's really going to shake things up there, and you're really kind of feel like you're all over the place. Just like this moon being something unexpected, this is emotions kind of being all over the place, not really seeing things clearly. It's like from hot to cold, cold to hot, back and forth, right? And your advice is power. Again, standing in your power, standing your ground, knowing that you made the right decisions and protecting yourself and making sure that you know you did the right thing. And taking the moment to stop and focus on what you have built. And when you stop and focus on what you have built, then you start realizing why the people around you might be trying to fight against you so much for it, okay? Because you're finding more of a state of peace and a peace that is right for you. And you have every right to have that. So make sure that you are standing in your power there. On the bottom of these two, we have self-reflection, right? So I feel like you have taken the time to look at yourself in the mirror and really assess who you are, how you got where you are, what you need to do to continue to move forward and to maintain being the person that you truly want to be, the person that fulfills you. So I hope this is helpful and have a good Leo season.